Hey geeks, Miller again over at AccessoryGeeks.com. Today we're going to discuss how to get a Valentine's date. So welcome to the lab. What we're going to show you is the scientific method to how to get a date for Valentine's Day. So we'll start off with the question. So there's number one, how to get a date for Vday. We must keep in mind, what do people like? So we call this our observation on the second half. So here's what we've seen in our observation. What we need now is to go test this. We notice that the other half likes being comfortable, notice they like attention, and they want a choice. Experiment and action. When we come back, we're going to analyze. Then, if everything worked out, we get our theory. Ta-da! Now, other than the scientific method, we have to discuss the strategy. That's where we go to the field. Alright geeks, I'll show you what it takes to go get a Valentine's date. Alright, let's go to the field before all the good ones are taken. This is a rejection scene. Here's some strategies that I'm giving to you. Have a dress code. Wear something nice and approachable and comfortable. Step number one, the meet. The approach. It is the hardest thing to do. Step number two, the greet. Greet the person. Number three, the compliment. Compliment scenery or the other person. If you get this far, step number four, interaction. Make it subtle, use similarities, likes, dislikes, chance to be likable. Discuss cheesy movies, jokes, music, acting, reacting. Practice something that he or she will remember you for. Keep an interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, how's it going? My name's Josh. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Maria.
Maria, nice to meet you. Do you go to school around here?
Yeah, I go.
What do you do?
I'm an art major over there.
Oh, get out of here. Do you draw or photography or?
Well, I used to draw, but photography is my major actually.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. And you're just about to graduate too.
Yeah.
That's fun. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I think I was just walking by and I just really thought you're the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you probably get that a lot. I mean, so I just throw it out there and it's kind of weird, but
Not really, but thank you.
that's cool. No problem. That's cool. I was waiting for my buddy out here, but I think he stood me up because we were going to go see a movie right now. Have you heard of Dr. Parnassus at all?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Have you heard about that movie yet? Or?
No.
It's very artsy. Like, if you get a chance to go see it, if you want to, and this sounds kind of weird, but if you want to go see it, it's a free ticket.
Sure. I'll come with you.
Cool, that'd be great. I mean, I have more to talk about later.
Okay.
Any plans for Valentine's Day?
Hey, it's Miller, or Josh tonight. Over here, we found a Valentine's Day party. It's a week before, so we're gonna go on in.
Hey, this one goes out to the crazy brown head over there.
Ciao.
Hi. Yeah, that song was for you. Sorry.
Thank you.
No problem. My name's Josh, by the way.
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. I don't know, I just saw you walking around the party. I thought you were kind of cute. So what's your perfect Valentine's like?
Smart, sexy, and very handsome.
Oh, dang. So, yeah, blue's definitely not the color. Do you like ice cream?
Yes, I love ice cream.
Oh, I love ice cream. It's the best. What's your favorite flavor?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? What about strawberry?
Strawberry's okay.
Have you ever had like chocolate and strawberry?
No.
No? I think over at one of the burger places they make a chocolate strawberry shake.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you like to go get some ice cream from Alicia's place?
Yeah. Sounds fun.
How'd you like the song? Okay, so I don't know if you could see me or not, but I'm there in the corner watching the girl dancing. She's been dancing for about 8 minutes by now. I'm gonna go in and go make a move. That's my favorite brand. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, nice to meet you. I couldn't help with your dancing. It was amazing.
Thanks.
So, I'm sorry, I'm Josh. Nice to
I'm
meet
Annie.
you.
Nice meeting you.
That's cool. I like your style. I mean, it's fantastic. So.
Oh, thanks. Just dressing casual.
So it looks like you fit a certain music genre. What kind of music do you like?
I like all sorts of music. Right now, like my band's
What are your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. I don't know. I don't really feed into all that corporate stuff. Like, who's to tell you when's like the day to express your love for someone?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know.
What
But
if,
I don't know. Yeah, not really for me.
No? What if somebody were to, give you a balloon and some chocolates? How would you feel about that?
That's sweet, but I think it would mean more if it was just like any other day, like just random day out of the week.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool. What if they dressed up as a giant heart? So they surprised you that morning, maybe some breakfast.
That's really sweet. That's sweet, because that, like, a lot of thought and effort would be into that. I would dig it. I would dig it.
That's how you're dancing, and it's just fantastic. Totally come out. I'd like to take you out sometime. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's a definite possibility.
Oh, that's cool. You mind if I get your number? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Let's bump it. Oh, you have an iPhone. Never mind.
Whew. So there you have it. Now you are a date magnet and ready for Valentine's Day. So once you get that date, all you gotta do is go to accessorygeeks.com, check out the Valentine's stuff we have, and don't forget, we have charms, buy one, get one free, and all cell phone cases, buy one, get one half off. What a deal. All just for you guys. Well, I'm Bill over at accessorygeeks.com. We're here to keep you updated. We are the geeks here, and always remember, you got it from a geek.